Hey guys, Alex Crossley here. Little video about right sizing. This one really is a video about estimation. If you've not already watched the quick video about the principles behind estimation, I recommend you go and do that. Never listen to Revolver until you've listened to Rubber Soul. Make sure you go and do the video about estimating before you watch about right sizing or story points, which is what I'm going to touch on a little bit in here. So let's talk about what right sizing means. So what we talked about in the estimating video is what we estimate. We estimate the thing that we manage and measure. And so in Agile, we are the triangle that's pointing downwards. We don't manage resources or schedule. Those things are fixed. We manage scope. So everything we do when we are trying to estimate, we are thinking about how much scope can we get done. Now, in order to be able to do that, you have to have a measure of scope. Value is a great measure to say for success. So you're actually measuring how much value are we delivering. But if you're actually looking at how much can you get delivered, then you want to look at size. And when you report back, you want to be able to say, we have done this amount. Now, one of those methods is story points. And this is very popular. People like story points. Fibonacci, I've used story points a lot in my career. You use a system like this where you attribute a size. Think t-shirt sizing is also very well. That's small, that's medium, that's large. Can't add those up though. Can't add up letters, you can only do numbers, so Billy Connolly says. So we use numbers to really qualify. So small, very small is 1, 2, and then we add it all up whenever we complete a sprint. How many points did we finish? And that generates our velocity. Small to large, really. And we use effort and complexity. So when we do our story points, we look at our backlog. These are backlog items, these circles. So the top one was worth 2. The second, not worth, is the size of 2, 8, 2. And if we complete all of those in our time box, we've got the line saying that's what we did last sprint up above. Then we say our velocity is 12. And then when we plan our next sprint out, we say, well, we'll size all our things again, and we'll only take in 12. It's a really good system. It's really easy. However, there is a more straightforward way, and it's called right sizing. And right sizing is certainly better for when you're doing bigger things. When you're doing small things, you've got a cross-functional team. This story point is a good method. But consider using right sizing first. So all we're doing there is we're just saying things must fit within the time box. It's not going to change the size of them, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to say, we're going to look at the same backlog, and we're simply just going to say, well, we know that traditionally we could do 3 things. Let's always try and drive things down to be as small as possible. But we know that we always end up with some 2s, some 5s, some 8s. And when we go in, if we grab a handful, which is our velocity, we always end up with the same number of items. We might get 1 big one, 2 small ones. We might end up with 4 small ones. But generally, you're always getting the same sort of number. So you set your capacity to the number of items because they've all been right-sized. Now, if you get this right, it'll save you a lot of effort and stress trying to estimate. You do still want to have a conversation about, hey, guys, do we think we can get all this done? So you're losing that. But actually, for bigger items, it's much quicker and a lot less stress just to go, let's just make sure we're breaking up our work into these right-sized chunks, and let's just commit to doing 3 or 4 a quarter. So right sizing works a lot better on those bigger items. Hope that's a good explanation of right sizing. These videos are supposed to be quick. If you want to know more, go onto my website. You'll find a lot more information on these topics and all the other topics that will help you have an agile ecosystem in your workplace. Thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoyed the video.